Lord. Come on down, come on down, come on down and get on board.
All right, Vnetwork Radio listeners, we're here live, and we want you to come on in, come on down. We're here live, and our special guest from Maryland is here in the house, and we want you to make sure that you share this broadcast.
Now's the time to praise the Lord. Now's the time to get on board. It will be a burden bear one, the bright and morning star. Now's the time to praise the Lord.
All right, come on in the room, come on down. We're here live right here in the Vnetwork Radio. We're here with our special guest, national recording artist Minnie Carter, and she is here live, and we're going to bring her in a minute.
You don't have to be perfect, just come as you are. Come on down and praise the Lord.
All right, we're here live, and we going to go all the way down to Maryland, and we're going to bring our guest artist in, and she is here waiting in the studio, and we're so proud to have a national recording artist here with us, and she's doing some great things in the music industry, and we're going to welcome her. Hey, how you doing, Minnie?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here on the Vnetwork Radio. And we just heard your music, Come On Down. I just love that song that you've created, and you're doing so much in the music industry, national, international, winning all those awards. And I'm telling you, welcome.
Thank you, Donald. Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started?
Okay, well, I guess it goes back to when I was just a little kid, about 5 or 6, when I just started singing for the family. And if you have any in your family that are like that, where every time there's a family gathering, you ask them to sing. And in my case, they would give me nickels and quarters and stuff. And I would get really excited. So, of course, I continued to sing. And as I got older, there were always like elementary school teachers who would encourage me. Certainly my mother was very encouraging. She's no longer with us, but she was like my number one fan. And, just getting that kind of morale booster, it made me just continue to sing. I also write poetry. Wow. So the two are kind of like go hand in hand. And so I just continued, even though that was not the way I, made my livelihood. I continued over the years. I just did it in my spare time around my regular 9-to-5 job. But now I retired. So that is my main thing that I do.
And, I just love your sound because, a lot of times you hear all these fancy, synthesizers and all this fancy equipment to create your music. And your music is mostly like the organ or the piano. I mean, tell us a little bit about your creative. Real instruments. Tell us a little bit about your creative process.
Yeah, I prefer live instruments. I know a lot of the artists today use beats, and that's fine. And I'm not going to rule it out that I'll never, produce a song that has beats in its background. But I've been working for many years now with a group called the William Goffigan Trio. And we don't use the same instruments every time. We mix it up. So when I write the song, once I'm done with it, and the lyrics and the melody tend to come to me at the same time, believe it or not. And once I pull it together, and it's not all in one day, maybe over a period of several days, then I hear it in my head, and I can just imagine what instruments would sound best with the song. So it might be a vibraphone that I want in there. I may want drums. I may not want regular drums. I may want the conga drums. And I can hear and listen, and maybe I want guitar, or maybe I want the sound of violins in there, piano or organ. So I'm very much involved in that finished product. Creating that sound. And then the experts, the engineer and Mr. Goffingen, who acts as my main producer, they finesse it all together and come up with that final product.
How do you manage to balance all the things that you do? Being a songwriter, a national recording artist, and winning all those awards, and then having, a poet, author. How do you manage all those different roles, and what is it like?
Well, it may sound like I'm doing a lot, but to me, it's not a lot. I guess it comes natural. When you enjoy doing something, you just do it, whether you get paid or not. You put lots of hours into it. You might stay up late because you want to finish something. So it's just having that great love and passion for what you do. I do space things out when it comes to travel and scheduling events. We're not in a pandemic, of course. I schedule things, or maybe I may do one big event a month over the period of the summer. And have to set the money aside so I'm able to do that travel. And there may be times when the family might contribute to help me out, do these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have so many viewers and listeners out there. We want you all to make sure you put up those likes and those hearts and those love signs for Minnie. She's doing some great things. If you all would like to chime in on the chat, don't be shy. Type in on the chat your question. I know she would appreciate it. The love and support from all of the fans, listeners, and viewers here at the Vnetwork Radio and all over internationally. Thank you so much. The listeners, we really appreciate you all, and we want you all to participate in this interview. Just don't sit back and relax and just enjoy the interview. We want you to participate also.
Yes.
Yes. So you've done a lot of recordings. What's so different about each recording that you've created?
Yeah, well, I knew that there was one question that I knew you were going to ask that kind of ties in with that. I had one other gospel artist that gave me a little tip, a bit of advice once that I really remembered, and I kind of keep that in mind, and that is, don't let people put you into a box. So with that in mind, yes, I'm considered a gospel artist, but I do like to show a bit of versatility. So the types of music I do, it's gospel jazz. It may be a traditional old hymn.
Yes.
You may see there among the things that you have pulled, Amazing Grace, which we do a cappella. So I'm very comfortable singing a song without music. And I know everybody can't do that, but it does come easily to me.
Yes.
One of the songs that you may have, Power, that's kind of new, that one is considered gospel hip hop.
All right.
And I did that because I wanted to reach out and be able to attract younger audiences. And I know that that's the type of music that they might gravitate toward. Some people who may never go to church, but they may hear a song. It's got a nice beat to it. And it also has a message that's very pertinent to the day, saying the last will be first and the first shall be last. I think that when you think about the election, we're in the middle of that right now. I don't know, depending on who people are voting for, because I can't tell people who to vote for, but that song definitely speaks to the situation that we're in right now.
Yes, and speaking of that, in the situation that we're in today with so much going on all across the land, um,
Mhm.
how does music influence or is related to some of this things that are happening? How can it be, that the music inspires and motivates and creates in during these times for people?
Yeah, I think music is proving that it's very, very valuable right now. It can heal, calm people's nerves, while
Hmm.
everything around us was almost at a standstill.
Hmm.
Events got canceled, people couldn't go to work,
Hmm.
children couldn't go to school, churches couldn't hold their services. Come
Hmm.
on, everybody was like, what can we do? But you can
Hmm.
still turn on your radio. You can turn on your just turn on the phone, go to a radio station,
Hmm.
or go to one of the digital outlets, download some nice music,
Hmm.
and be inspired and be encouraged from the nice messages, especially when you talk about gospel music.
Hmm.
There's always a word there that might calm your nerves and make you feel better.
That's right. That's right.
Letting
Now,
you know that there's a brighter day. Things aren't going to be like this forever.
you've created, you're an author and you're a poet, and you've created some spoken word materials, relation, to today's events that happen. Tell us a
Mhm.
little bit about that.
Okay, well, the one power, it's reminding people that we each have the power.
Hmm.
You have the power to make a change. You don't have to feel hopeless or helpless. If you exercise your power and go out and vote, um,
Hmm.
we don't know the result until election day or possibly a couple weeks after, but you will feel, better that you're a part of the process. So
Hmm.
that song in particular, I'm trying to think also. Um, the one song, I don't know if you pulled that one, Love Song to Jesus.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my
Okay,
favorites.
all right.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I would say the message there, in spite of everything that we go through, each person goes through something. It may be different for each one of us, but you have to take a minute to reflect on the blessings that you do have, the
Hmm.
things that God has allowed you to do. Hopefully, most of your listeners at least have a warm place to live, food when they're hungry, clothing that they can wear,
Hmm.
friends and loved ones that they can call upon and talk to in times of need or trouble. And so, with that in mind, the love song to Jesus is reminding folks that they can say thank you. Take a minute to say thank you to
Hmm.
the Lord for all of his many blessings.
Right.
And, we really can't thank him enough. And I imagine if you have a minute whenever you're ready to play that, they'll see what I'm talking about.
All right. Yes, we're going to take an opportunity for all of our viewers and listeners to call in. The telephone number is 860-461-7577, 860-461-7577. If you're out there, you would like to chime in, the telephone number is on the screen, and you can give a shout out to Minnie Carter. And she is definitely one of our great artists, along with the great Shirley Caesar and all those different artists, Dorothy Norwood, and she's done so much in the music industry, and she is right here with us. And we're going to hear her title track called Power. All right.
You've got the power. The power is in your hands. Because the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. It's about to come to pass. Shout hallelujah. Send praise to God. Count your blessings one by one, two, three, four. Clap your hands. Shout for your armor of the Lord. You're highly favored, my friend. Come on and put on a smile. Throw away the frown. It's your time to win. It's your season. Shout hallelujah. Send praises up. Count your blessings one by 1, 2, 3, 4. Clap your hands. Shout for joy. Oh, 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 oh.
All right, I'm not gonna give too much away because I got mine. All right, I got mine. Yes, and so you want to go to all digital downloads if you're out there to make sure you get your CD project by Minnie. And I'm just telling you, she's doing it up with all the different. And one thing I love about your material is a variety of different types of songs.
Yeah.
You know, the different melodies
Yes.
that you. And so, tell us about you with a record company.
Yes, the label is called Two Saved Souls Records. The CEO is Mr. Keith Martin, and I've been with them for just about 5 years. I really have to give them a shout out because it wasn't until I got involved with them that I really kind of got more wide exposure. They are the ones who distribute the music to all of the digital outlets. And as you can see, it's YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, SoundCloud, wherever you may be looking. And you can purchase also at Amazon.com. Yeah, and I met a lot of people also through the record label. Many of the competitions that I've been involved with is as a result of the referral of my record label. The Praise Factor Awards, the S&M Awards was Miss Stephanie McDonald.
Right.
Also the Gospel Choice Music Awards. And then you and I were talking earlier about Dr. Fred Newsom.
Yes.
He has the award show, which I've been very helpful to him, just working behind the scenes, doing some things. And then lo and behold, he ended up honoring me also with an award for spoken word and also inducted me into his Newsom Hall of Fame.
All right. Now, some of the artists that you've appeared on stage with, can you give us some different artists that you've appeared on stage with?
Okay, two come to mind. Well, two different acts come to mind that folks will know. Ashford and Simpson, a few years ago, we have a huge festival here in the Baltimore area in Towson, Maryland. And of course, Nick Ashford is no longer with us, but his, Valerie Simpson is still alive.
Okay.
But yes, I opened that show for them along with the William Goffigan Trio. We did one of the songs that I did recorded again, God Bless the Child. That was one of the songs I did that particular day. And then here recently, we have the East Coast Gospel Music Summit that's hosted and put on by Reverend Lee Michaels of Heaven 600. And the persons on that program were Ernest Pugh, and we had Dietrich Haddon on that program. And then they had local talent. I happened to be local, and I had signed up to be a part of it. So, yeah, those are a couple that come to mind.
How has the internet helped you during this COVID-19 in the music industry?
Oh, my goodness. It has been invaluable in that, we don't have to let the virus stop us. You can still be creative. And then once you have your material together, you can share your music over the internet. You can send it by, email. We've had that for a while. But you can share. You can have people review, critique. And then once you have the finished product, you can just send it. If you have videos already out there, you can submit your videos to wherever you want them to go. many of the organizations, including the Stella Awards, had gone to a virtual format.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing things virtual, it's good to have your videos ready to go so you can submit those videos and they can become a part of the program. And the end product can be so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one of the things I want to show here is you have a new project out now, and it's not released as of yet, but you gave us a little snippet of the holiday music project, and I'm telling you, is great. And I just want to share this beautiful
Oh,
picture right
thank
here
you.
with the
Okay.
viewers. Yes. And I'm telling you, that picture right there is elegant right
You
there.
like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
had that for a while.
And and also picture you there for the Christmas season.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so yes, you have the a new project that you're creating. Will you just give us a little snippet of that what of that music and
Yeah, so
give us.
Silent Night would be the song that hopefully some of the stations, including you,
Yes.
Donald, would hopefully play as we approach the Christmas holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And people really need something to lift their spirits. So I gladly, submit that to you and anything else that's going to make someone smile.
Yes, I'm just waiting for it to be released, and I'm telling you
Okay.
for the holidays. So yeah,
Mhm.
and we've got our copy here. So so those of
Okay.
you those of you that just tuned in, we have Minnie Carter, who is a national, international recording artist, and she is here from Maryland. And I'm telling you, she's doing it up. She's a multi-award winning poet, author, songwriter, and gospel recording artist from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Yes, one of our own here. And I'm telling you, she's doing so much for the community and men and women, children in the community. She's doing so much inspiration, motivation to those that are in the music industry and also our communities. And so she is here definitely. So, Minnie, what is next for you? You do so much in the music industry.
Mhm.
What are your focuses on next?
Okay, well, I'll continue with the music. As long as people want to hear it and I'm having fun, I will, continue. For 2021, I'm hoping that the virus, we get a handle on that at
Mhm.
some point. The vaccines will be out and maybe people can move around more and travel. But I hope to complete a full CD project
All
um,
right.
maybe early 2021 and get that released. And then as I'm able to travel, I hope to be able to do that. Who knows? I may even come up to Massachusetts where you are.
Yes. Yes.
um, I also want to certainly mentor other artists. I want to, take some time to do that. I think more of us need to do that.
Hmm.
And maybe not make gospel music so competitive, but,
Hmm.
work together and try to help each other and maybe get the focus off trying to be a star. Everybody can't be number one. There can
Hmm.
only be one person in the number one spot. So, just do what we do and be genuine and, live the life that we're singing about.
Yes.
That's the other thing that's very, very important. But
Hmm.
that's what I plan to do. Just keep, promoting the music, sharing the music, writing poetry. I need to do another book. I've done three books of poetry,
Wow.
and I want to do one more because a lot of time has gone by since that last one. So if I can do those things, I would be very, very happy.
Yes, I know. Yes, we look forward to all your materials coming out real soon,
Mhm.
uh, and your future materials. When it comes down to international, you've traveled so far and near. Tell us how far have you gone?
Well,
international?
I was hoping to get to Europe this year. In fact, my family were going to treat me. We were going to actually go and make that our family trip this year. Go to Europe or
Hmm.
some
UK.
other nice exotic place. And
Hmm.
we had it all planned out. We were going to shoot video and all of this stuff, right? Well, of course, we know what happened. Everybody got put on a timeout, no traveling.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I just see continuing to promote the music, and I don't know, let's have fun.
Yeah, and one of the things I love about radio is because music, your music, artist music, can go all over the world, and
Mhm,
and we look at the analytics of it, and we see so many countries, like Europe,
mhm,
Australia,
mhm. Yes,
yeah, all these different places that people love, especially gospel music, um,
yes.
and motivational music,
Mhm.
in these countries. And a lot of times, artists, what they do, they don't know is that a lot of these people, they study your music.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he is a national recording artist here in the United States. His name is Joey Williams. He
Mhm.
sings with the Blind Boys, and so he said
Ah.
he was in one country. I can't remember if it was Europe or UK, but he
Mhm.
was in the international travels. He said he was talking to a gentleman, and the
Mhm.
gentleman, pulled out, all this information about history of this gospel group, and and turns out his father used to sing with that particular group that
What?
the gentleman was talking about. He was like, "Wow!" And he just posted his testimony about how the music, the gospel music influences those that are outwards and international, and
Yeah.
all over America. Yeah, so
Yes.
it was great.
Yeah, I should
Hmm.
have mentioned. I did headline a concert in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Hmm.
That's been a good 20 years ago, if
Hmm.
you can believe that. And it
Wow.
was such a wonderful experience.
Hmm.
The gentleman who orchestrated that and set it up is no longer with us, but that was a very, very memorable experience. I have video footage of it, and
Oh,
I
okay.
recently gave the video, which was in a VHF format.
Hmm.
I sent that to my videographer so he can now translate that or transmit it to YouTube and maybe put it on a DVD for me so that I
Hmm.
can share that.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be
Yeah.
your life story,
Mm-hmm.
book now. Now I won't manage y'all for that one now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, your life story book. Yeah, so it's great. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you've performed all over the world. What is the best advice that you've been given in the music industry? We have a lot of young music artists that are out there,
Mhm.
and this platform, we want to make sure that we give tips in the music industry. What is the best advice that you've gotten?
Yeah, the one thing I already mentioned, and that was the one gospel artist who told me, "Don't let anyone put me in a box." And
Hmm.
I certainly took that advice to heart, as you've already noticed.
Hmm.
I do sing different styles of music, and enjoy doing that.
Hmm.
Um, but the other thing I would add for anyone who is an aspiring, gospel artist, or maybe there's something else that a person feels a burning passion to do, like start a
Hmm.
business, write a book, um, whatever it might be, not to let family members or friends discourage you, because sometimes people they can't necessarily see that God does have a plan for you.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of have to ignore them and just go ahead and follow your dream, follow your heart. And even sometimes when you go to folks for help, you may
Right.
you may try to get a loan, maybe to help produce whatever it is. Maybe you are a designer and you want to get your clothing line out, but you just can't get that big break. You
Right.
just can't give up, though. You have to just keep knocking on doors and keep plugging away. And eventually, a door will open because it could be that very day that you decide you're throwing in the towel. The next day could have been the day that you're going to meet the right person that's going to, help you go where you need to go. And a lot of times, that person is not even somebody you know. That could be a total stranger
Yes.
that gives you that helping hand that you need. So I would just say stay encouraged, stick to it, go ahead and follow your dream, and know that eventually God will make it happen for you.
Hmm. And one of the things that one of the artists, one of the recording companies, John T. Ruffin,
Mm-hmm.
who
Mm-hmm.
sends us numerous of music and keeps
Okay.
the music going in the gospel music industry.
Mm-hmm.
He posted early today a quote of the day. He said, "Don't show them your plans, show them your results."
All right.
And I love that. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
he posted that earlier today, and I just thought about it. I said, "Wow," and hearing your
Mm-hmm.
story and hearing the results of all the things that you've done, it's just an
Mm-hmm.
inspiration to myself and
Yeah.
all the other artists that are out there in the
Mm-hmm.
music industry. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so, yes, uh, if you could change anything in the music industry, what would it be, or would you like to continue to see it flourish?
Yeah, I like the direction that it's going. Gospel music, in particular, has definitely benefited from the digital age because our music is out there more widely. I would say you can work smart, not hard. You don't have to physically be everywhere, but
Hmm.
as long as you try to market your music. If you can't do it yourself, some people are not that computer literate, so they'd rather have someone else do
Hmm.
their marketing for them, whether it's on Facebook or even use Twitter and Instagram. You have to use all of those various mediums to meet new audiences and expand your fan base. And so, definitely, I would say I would like to see gospel music continue the way it's going. And there was a time, maybe some years ago, when it looked like it might have been a little bit dying and
Hmm.
not as popular. But that's not the case right now. I think
That's right.
we'll be around for quite a while.
Hmm.
We just need to support each other, support all the various platforms, whether you're performing or just going to be a spectator, purchase a ticket, buy the music, support the artist. For those of you who, like hearing the gospel music, support the artist.
That's right.
It
That's right.
doesn't really cost that much. We don't have a lot of record stores like we had in the old days, but you can go to Amazon and whichever artist you like, you just search the name of that artist. In my case, you would search Minnie Carter, and you're going to find that it's cheaper to download a song from Amazon than it was when you were buying the hard copy CD.
That's right. Hmm.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do, we're going to take us out of the program, and we definitely appreciate you being here with us right here on the Vnetwork Radio. Uh,
Thank you, Donald.
yes, and I want to play one of my favorite songs here. It's the love song to Jesus, and we're going to take us out with that song. All right.
Okay. Yeah, God bless you for doing this also.
All
What
right.
did I do to deserve you? How did I get to be so blessed? What can I say? You take my breath away, Lord Jesus. You're the best. can I do to repay you? Lord, you've done so much for me. I love the way you're with me every day and give me the victory. You hold me, you mold me, you scold me and control me. You're the reason I'm still here. You heal me, you shield me, you save and you deliver me.
All right, all right. Do you have any final words you would like to say to the audience?
Well, I would basically, first of all, want to thank you once again, Pastor Donald Patrick, for having me on. And also thank Doc Bradford Howard for the introduction. I look forward to working with you more in the future. And I want to just say a special blessing to everybody who is listening or watching right now this program. Hopefully, everyone will stay safe. Those of you who are old enough to vote, please don't forget to vote. And I look forward to perhaps meeting some of you as I get out and about in the community and traveling around from state to state. So stay safe, know that God loves you, and stay encouraged, everybody.
All right.
I love the way you're with me every day, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. You're the best.